Hi, everybody. So over the last few days, we've been learning how to find elapsed time. Specifically, how to find elapsed time when we know the beginning and ending time, or how to find how long something has been when we know how long it took plus a start time, or how long it took plus an ending time. We can figure out all of the different parts. So this time, we are going to be looking at solving problems that use time intervals. So whether we know the beginning time, the ending time, how long something took, we can figure out the time they're asking us to find. So here's our essential question for today. How can you use the strategy, draw a diagram, to solve problems about time? Well, we have two strategies that we've been using. We have the strategy where you can draw an analog clock, right? And then you can figure out time on a clock. We also have the strategy of using a timeline or number line, where you can jump on a number line from start time to end time or anywhere in between. So those are the two strategies that we have so far. So today we're going to focus mainly on using a timeline or number line to figure out time intervals. So let's unlock a problem so I can show you what I'm talking about. So here we go. Alec and his family are going to New York City. Their airplane leaves at 9:15 a.m. They need to arrive at the airport 60 minutes before their flight. It takes 15 minutes to get to the airport. The family needs 30 minutes to get ready to leave. At what time should Alec's family start getting ready? So there's a whole bunch of information in that question. I'm going to read it again just to make sure I understand what I know, what information they've given me. So here we go. Alec and his family are going to New York City. Their airplane leaves at 9:15. So it leaves at 9:15 a.m. They need to arrive at the airport 60 minutes before their flight. So they need to get to the airport an hour early. It takes 15 minutes to get to the airport. So they need to leave an hour and 15 minutes before 9:15. And the family needs 30 minutes to get ready to leave. So they have to pack up all their luggage into the car and everything else. So I have a whole bunch of numbers that I'm working with. All right? But one thing that I absolutely know for sure is that my flight leaves at 9:15. So everything has to happen before then. So let's look at some questions we can answer to help us figure out what to do. What do I need to find? I need to find what blank Alec's family should start blank. What is my question? At what time should Alec's family start getting ready? So I need to find what time Alec's family should start getting ready. In other words, packing up all their toiletries, making sure all the suitcases are in the car. Don't forget your, gaming device. Make sure you have everything. So what time do they need to start getting ready? So what information do I have? Well, the time the airplane leaves, we know it leaves at 9:15. The time the family needs to arrive at the airport. So they need to get there 60 minutes before. We have this word right here, arrive. So they need to arrive at the airport 60 minutes ahead of time. The time it takes to get to the airport, that's the 15 minutes it takes to get there. And we know the time the family needs to get ready, like to get ready to leave. So those are all the things that we know. So what plan can I use to find my answer? Well, I'm going to use a number line because a number line is going to help me jump back easier than a clock would. So I will use a number line, or you can call it a timeline. Either one works, to find my answer. So what do I know? Find 9:15 on the number line. It's right here. Draw the jumps to show the time. We're going to count back how many minutes for the time they need to arrive at the airport. Well, they need to arrive at the airport 60 minutes. So we need 60 minutes there. Count back blank minutes for the time to get to the airport. Well, it takes 15 minutes to get to the airport. So I need to count back 15 minutes for that. And then count back blank minutes for their time to get ready. We know it takes them 30 minutes to get ready to leave. So 30 minutes needs to be counted there. So here we go. From 9:15, if I go back 60 minutes, well, 60 minutes is 1 hour, right? So I have a couple different choices. I could count back by tens 6 times, because 10 times 6 is 60. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each of these is 10 minutes. Right? That would take me to 8:15 a.m. Right? If I count backwards, 9:15, it would be 9:05. And then 10 minutes more, it's going to take me into the 8 o'clock hour. So I have 9:05. If I go back 10 minutes, it is 8:55. Then I have 8:45, 8:35, 8:25, 8:15. Okay, so I have my 10 minutes for my 60 minutes that they need to arrive at the airport. Now I need to count back 15 minutes for the time to get ready, or for the time to get to the airport. From home to the airport is 15 minutes. So I'm going to count by fives this time. And I know that 3 5s is 15. So 8:15, 8:10, 8:05, 8 o'clock. I'm at 8 o'clock because I counted back from 8:15. And then count back 30 minutes for the time to get ready. So I need 30 more minutes. Easiest way to do that, since it ends in a 0, is to count by tens. So 1, 2, 3. I need a longer number line. So I'm going to go 10, 10, and 10. So again, I'm counting backwards. So from 8 o'clock, 10 minutes before 8 o'clock is going to be 7:50, then 7:40, then 7:30. So Alex's family should start getting ready at 7:30 a.m. in the morning, right? Because I didn't go back to the PMs. I didn't go that far backwards. So I used my number line or timeline to jump back in 10-minute or 5-minute intervals, depending on what my number ended with there, just to make it easier for me to count. Another way that I could have done that is to say, okay, I have 9:15. I need to go back an hour to 8:15. I just took one number off my hour, because 60 minutes is an hour. And then I need to take off 15 minutes. Well, I need to take off those 15 minutes. So if I take them off, that gives me 8 o'clock. And then I can take off 30 minutes. And I can do that by counting back 30 to 7:30. Or I could do my 3 tens. So 8 o'clock, 10 minutes before that is 7:50. 7:40, and then 7:30. You can do it any way you need to. Whatever makes the most sense in your head for counting back on a clock. You just have to remember that when you get to the hour, like when you go from 9 to 8, that your numbers start over at 60. Okay? Same way if you're jumping forward. Like from 7:50 to 8 o'clock, I go from 50 to 00 if I'm counting at 10. So just make sure that your numbers make sense on a 60-minute clock. Okay? All right, I have one more to show you, but this is how I would figure out what time they left. I count back on a number line.